Morning, guys. Mark Fresh Protect Dog Training, and we are at the park with Ginger. We already worked her once at the house, so now we're letting her have the help to the park, which she enjoys, huh? Because there's all kinds of smells, and other dogs have been here. Come on, Ginger. So we're just keeping it real nice and slow. Good girl. You notice she's jumping up on the table with no problems now. Now we're working on getting her to learn to sit from this position. So she doesn't want to go, doesn't want to. Yep, good girl, good. Right when she hit her rear end on the ground, it was yep, and right away for food, and right away scratching on the ass, right? Positive and negative. I am still putting a little pressure on her rear end and kind of picking up. But we'll get there. Yep, come on. Good girl. You box. Good. She says, I'm such a good girl. She got it wired now. Huh, good girl, good. Yep, good girl, good. So we're still working on no, good, and yes. We haven't really started any major behaviors except the sit, right? So we'll go around in a circle again. Everything gets done in patterns of 2s and 3s. So we might do something once. We're going to do a tough 2s and 3s, right? Yep, good. All right, we got food got released there. Reese fortify. Now I've got my hand here, and I've got my food in the nose where her head's at. Her head's in the food. Right away, right, yay, good girl, good. Right when she sat, right away mark it with whatever you're marking with. Right now I'm just saying yes, right? Well, I want to get the clicker. We're going to bring the clicker out so I can load the clicker. We talked about that the last session this morning that I'm going to post here sometime today. Yep, good girl, good. There you go. Are you ready, ready? You ready, ready? Now listen to my voice tones and what I'm saying to her. Ready, ready is always going to be a pump up word, right? It means get excited. Little pressure, yes. Right when she hit her rear end of the ground, it was yes, and released the food, and right away scratching the ass, right? There's my body praise is what I call it. A lot of body praise done to help me get that done. So now I'm going to bring the food down and try to see if I can get her to go in a down position. She didn't do it. Yep. And we'll keep slowly kind of pushing for that. Good girl, Ginger. Good girl, Ginger. Good girl. She says, I know this is a positive spot, huh? Yeah, good girl, Ginger. Good. All right, Ginger. Ginger. Hup, hup. Good. Now that was 3 times with the hup command, right? I'm giving hup. I'm adding that into my lexicon and my vocabulary. Hup is going to be jump onto things. Jump onto the couch, jump onto the tables, whatever it is, right? Hup means get up. Back of the truck. That's usually where I use it the most. And I'm going to push. I've got food in this hand. And I'm trying to get her to go to the sit. So I'm raising up on the head backwards, and I'm kind of pushing down with a little bit of a pinch. A little bit of this, right when she hits, yes, and I release the food, right? Yep, and I need to concentrate on clicker, so we're done with that one right now, to the box. And this is about luring. So she basically learns to follow the hand because that's where the food's at. There it is, okay? I'm above her, so it's a little easier. She's not up as high up. Yep, good girl, good. So I'm going to add in my little breaks and my other stuff so she starts to learn it a little better. Good girl, good. All right, come on. There you go, good. There you go. Click means food's there, right? Good. Right away, click and then food. Yep, and notice how it's working a lot better in the box. So you find something that works, use it. Doesn't mean I have to do it on the table. And I'm pinching the ass in, and she's in conflict a little bit there. She doesn't feel as comfortable. She is here, right? Notice what she's doing. Here she's giving it to me. Let's see if I can get her to do it again. Come on, Ginger. Come on, Ginger. There it is, okay? Good. Now load the clicker a little bit. And a little bit of click treat. Notice how fast I am with my reward right now. Later on, we're going to want to do that in a longer pause. Right now, she doesn't understand it, so we're trying to tie it together. Yep. Good girl. Good. Good girl, Ginger. Good. All right, back to the bowls. She says, I'm a fast learner. Yes, I am. I started getting her to step this morning, so we're going to keep working on that. So then we'll stay here, and then in the park, jumping on tables and building some confidence. When I feel she's ready for it, she'll go out in public. Good girl, good, good. Yes, good girl, good. Now I want my clicker because that's becoming the thing that she can understand the most. I want to keep loading that clicker. As soon as she steps, it'll be timing with that one little step. That's all I need. Good. I pushed into her a little bit with a little bit of spatial pressure, right? As I bend the head. Good. Okay, 3 pieces in succession. Good. Yep. Right when she touched it, timing, right? Right when she touched that bowl, the click was there. She doesn't understand it yet, but she will add up the dots. The dots will all add up to something as we go along with consistency. Right when she stepped, I gave a click. And again, she doesn't understand it yet, but she will with consistency and pattern and what's happening. Just like she's starting to add in, right now she's starting to follow lure and me. Good, good, good. And she knows that this means something. Look how exuberant she gets following that hand, right? Good. Good, good, Ginger. Good, good, Ginger. Nope. Every time I click, I give her the food. Trying to get her to sit. And notice I'm not saying a word. That's important because we're going to add the word after she knows it. And I don't do that all the places, but there's a lot of places I don't want to add the word. The reason for it, guys, is that she's taking in information. And information in smells and sound and everything that's coming into her as far as her brain taking in information that's coming from the environment. So the reason that we don't add a word is we just want to have one less little thing that she has to process. We don't add that in until later. And after she knows it real well, then we'll add a word. And it's a little bit of help as far as all this input that's coming into her, right? Ginger, Ginger. Good girl, good, here you go, good girl, good. Now the click will start to mean something off, and she will start to add that up more and more. That'll become more and more exuberance when she hears that click, right? Click is nothing more than, yes, you did the right thing. And think of it like a shutter on a camera. You've taken a picture in a moment in time and you've caught that behavior. Okay? Good. And as time goes along, that comes into your learning. She now understands how to learn. In the beginning, if a dog doesn't understand how to learn, they've got to learn how to learn, right? We call it learn how to learn, right? Once they learn how to learn with no good and yes, you can pretty much teach them anything, all right? Good, good, good place. Good, 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 good. Here you go, good. The voice tone. She doesn't know what I want. She's doing it without knowing what I want, but the more I start clicking, she'll start figuring it out. She'll put all the dots together, right? Good girl, good. We're at hot dogs, baby. You're going back to the truck. I got another dog to work. I'm trying to get her to go both ways. Don't go just one way. Make sure you do it, balance it going both ways. Otherwise, the dog will get stuck, and it becomes very hard to teach him to flow to the other side. And a lot of dogs are right-handed or left-handed. We don't know what she is, but they'll find that usually it's always this way that's easier for them, but depends. I mean, you got a lot more right-handed people in the world, dominant hand, than you do left-handed, right? But dogs have a right hand and a left hand too. So you have to be aware. That's why we do everything balance. Everything's a balance. Trying to get her to just step one little step. And she's not giving it to me. So I'm going to try to give a little bit more spatial pressure in the swing. Just anything that'll work. Nope. And if she stalls, what do? You break and you come back to it and you try it again. It was flow, right? Yep. Good girl, Ginger. Good girl. Good. All right. That's it for today's lesson with her. Short and sweet, except I'm going to go around the park. I'm not going to let you see it, but I'm going to walk around the park and get her jumping on tables and try to get a little bit more things we do in the park as we go along here. All right. Talk to you later.